Hello, good morning, doctor. My name is Lokasi and my match number is 271-567. The warehouse I choose is Mark Malaysia Sdn Bhd. The company was founded in 1904 and was run by President Niels Madiger Anderson. Mark is the Danish company and has its headquarters located in the Copenhagen, Denmark. Based on the Mark's company website, he is also one of the largest container operator of the nine ship owner in the world and has many agencies or branches located in 135 countries around the world as well. It also has more than 120,000 workers working in the company. In Malaysia, Mark's line is called Mark's Malaysia Sdn Bhd and began operation on 25 September 1974. The headquarters is located in Grand Meli, Kuala Lumpur, and also located at Wisma Penang Garden at Penang. There are two companies from their own specialty that support Mark's line, namely Safe Marine and MCC Transport. The Safe Marine company under Mark's aim to carry out handling activities mainly on the South African and Latin American routes, while the MCC Transport company conduct their operation on the intra-ASEAN route. Currently, Mark's Malaysia Sdn Bhd has a total of 4 offices operating in the Malaysia, including 2 offices located in the state of the Johor and another one in the Johor Bahru as well in the Tanjung Pelepas. The Malaysia cluster was formed when the Marks Malaysia together with the Marks Singapore carried out export and import activity on the surrounding route between the Malaysia and Singapore. The service offered by the company depend on the customer request, such as the direct transload to the customer or building consignment directly to the distribution center or final destination. In addition, Marks Malaysia Sdn Bhd also offer one-stop service such as value added service, which are supported by the warehouse management system available in their warehouse. And second is the specialized service are also provided, such as the quality control of product, repackaging, and other service. And the last but not least is service continue to be provided to inland transportation, such as trains, where the products will be delivered from the factory to the store. Here are the core value from Marx, which is harmless, our names, our employees, uprightness, and the last but not least is the constant care. 2.0 Warehouse Activity Profiling. Here are the 3 main activity profiling in inbound warehouse Marks Malaysia Sdn Bhd. First one is receiving. What is receiving? Receiving is a process where the goods can be physically received and unloaded from the entry transport. The manager responsible for the receiving activity should ensure that the product received as stated in the documentation, quantity is correct, and the time arrival are accurate. So the product can be come from the customer, such as the manufacturer and suppliers in bulk or individual product. If manager involved in the receiving process fail to do so in the right way, it will have an impact on the subsequent operation. Therefore, the receiving activity is important in the warehouse. As well, the product that have been registered in the warehouse make it easier for the operator to track and locate the product at any time. So what the important things that a manager to ensure the receiving process runs smoothly. First is the product must be inspected to see if the product is received in good or defective condition. Second, the products must be inspected whether the product is in the quantity as listed in the documentation. And the third one is the record all the product information into the warehouse system. And the last but not least, the manager shall ensure the equipment used to move the product from the container to avoid damage to the product. Here are the 4 steps involved in the receiving activity. The first is container truck arrive at the warehouse location. Second is unloading product from truck container using a articulated forklift truck. And the third one is perform an inspection of the product, and the last step is wrapping process. So what are the material handling equipment used by Marks? The main material handling equipment used by company is the articulated forklift truck. The picture above shows the workers is using the articulated forklift truck to remove the product from the truck container and put them into the warehouse. In this picture, we can see the process of transferring the product from the truck container is completely controlled by the label. Number 2 is put away process. What is put away? Put away is a process in which the product will be moved to the suitable location in the warehouse from the receiving dock. Begin with the notice of approval from the warehouse manager. There are 4 world-class put away principles such as direct put away, directed put away, batch and sequence put away, as well for interleaving and continuous move put away. Why put away are important? First is make sure it is easy to keep track of goods coming in and out of warehouse. Second, it will increase the productivity of the workers where the time required for workers to pick up the good was reduced. The third is storage space in the warehouse can be maximized. Number 4 is the facilitator the operation of warehouse equipment, and the last but not least is to ensure employees' safety. Here are the 3 steps put away process by company. Beginning with the worker in charge will scan the item before they are put into the warehouse, and the second, the worker holds good using articulated forklift truck, and the last step is items are moved to the shelf according to the part number. The material handling equipment used by the Marks in this project is articulated forklift truck, while some still use manpower depending on the goods from the customer. The manpowers used when they use forklift to move the inventory to its location as pictured above. Number 3 is storage process. What is storage? Storage is a process of how the goods are stored in the warehouse while waiting for a request from the customer. Since the goods stored in the warehouse are temporary. Therefore, it is important for the warehouse manager to ensure that the goods stored according to the types of goods. Not only that, the environment in the warehouse should be considered because proper storage can maximize the space available in the warehouse. At the same time, can increase workers' productivity. So efficiency in the warehouse will also increase when a KPI is determined, which can be used to calculate storage. So why storage is important in the warehouse? The first one is the storage space in the warehouse can be maximized. Second, it is easy for worker to keep track of the item. These two picture shows how the product are stored in the warehouse of the company. It is depend on the first in first out FIFO method as picture above. For example, the warehouse system used by the company can track the inventory that was first stored in the storage will be removed first before the new inventory is stored in storage. Therefore, this method can help company in reducing costs such as the risk of inventory obsolescence. However, the heavy inventory storage will be placed on the lower deck to prevent damage to the inventory, while header inventory will be stored in their respective storage. There are two storage system configuration used by the company in inventory storage, namely selective racking and double dip racking. Selective racking is the most common type for warehouse rack used by the company because this type of warehouse rack can reduce the lower cost per square meter of the rack. The selective racking only has a dip as one pallet and a maximum of only two shelves that can be placed in the bag as pictured above. Among the benefit of using this storage system configuration is to be able to access a large network of storage unit SKU and does not require the need for the special truck. The second storage system configuration used by the company is double dip racking. In this system, inventory can be stored at two depth where one is in front and the other one is behind and require a suitable forklift to access the inventory. So therefore, this system is very efficient and robust, where the control of this system is simple and suitable for storing items of different weight and volume. Here are the three main activities in outbound warehouse Mart Malaysia Sdn Bhd. The first one is picking process. First of all, what is picking? It occurs when the order is placed by a customer and collecting the order, then sending it to the customer will start at this stage. There are five types of picking activity in the warehouse, namely single order picking, batch order picking, zoom picking, pick and pass as well for web picking. So what are the things that is important in picking? First is can reduce warehouse costs. Second is to improve customer satisfaction. And the third one is facilitate the workers involved in the picking activities. Here are the four steps. picking process in the company, beginning with the orders received from the customer. Second, the picker will select the item from the order based on the number specific in the system, then go to the location to pick the item. The third one is the selected item will be delivery to the next activity, which is packaging activity, and the last but not least is the customer item will be scanned based on the number and location to ensure that the item picking are correct. So the material handling equipment used by the company in this process is forklift, barcode scanner, and the mobile basket equipment. Forklift is used to move or shift the item that have been picking in the warehouse or in close proximity, while the barcode scanner is used once the item has been picking. The picker will check the order list by scanning the code on the item and automatically link to the next computer to check the selected order whether it's complete or not. The second one is picking activities. What is picking? Picking will take place after the picking process is complete. So there are two activities that have been combined in this activity, namely sorting and packing activity. So what are the importance of packing? First is able to prevent damage to the item when it reaches to your customer. Second is when you have a good packaging, it will give to efficiency in cost as uh, can reduce the amount of refund resulting from the bad packaging. And the third one is able to improve the company reputation if it has good packaging. Here are the four steps processed by the company. Start with the selected product will be delivery to the packaging location. Second one is the packing will be carried out by a group of workers based on the nature of the item and then put into a box. And the third one is once the item is ready to package, the item will be scanned for the insertion into computer software and then display the slip on each box. And the last but not least, the item will be sold and sent to the distribution area. So the material handling equipment used by the Marks company in this process is a pallet, forklift, boxes, and pallet wrapping. Pallets is used to place a finished item before being put into the container. Forklift is used for lift item when the item is ready to be packed and to be placed in the distribution area, whereas the boxes is used to put item into it for arrangement in the container truck, and the pallet wrapping is used for wrap the box to prevent exposure to water or dust on the surface of the item. The last activity profiling in warehouse mark is shipping process. So what is shipping process? Shipping activity is the most important process in the warehouse because it involves the transfer of product from the warehouse to the customer. Shipping process are said to be successful when the item is delivered to the customer in good condition, sufficient and tiny quantity, as well as the suitable mode of transport. Each shipment will be labeled with the consignment number displayed on the door surface of the truck container for reference to the customer as well for the warehouse. For some warehouse, they will measure the weight and dimension of the item to ensure that the shipping activity are carried out smoothly. It is also important to use a warehouse management system while cargo is moving downhill. So why this process is important? First is it is important as it move from product from the warehouse to the customer. Second is shipping is a value-added activity where it can attract more people to use our warehouse if the delivery is done well. Here are the 5 steps include the shipping process beginning with before loading the item into the truck container, they will make a check on the container information. Second is customer item will be taken out of the warehouse distribution area. And the third step is customer item will be scanned first before begin load into the truck container. Fourth is customer item are loaded into the truck container, and the last but not least is truck container will be moved to the wet center to ensure there is no overload before it is delivered to the customer. So the material handling equipment used by the company are forklift, container, DWS system. Forklift is used for lift the item to be put into the truck containers, and the container is used to store the item based on the size and type of cargo as they are cargo require temperature and humidity control. And the last one is DWS system is used during the time delivery to the customer to avoid nothing being overloaded. As a conclusion, every activity found in the warehouse operation has its own roles in the providing robust service to customer. So a warehouse can increase their profit by offering good serving while increasing customer satisfaction. The value-added activity offered by a warehouse are among the top activity in the 6 activity. The advantage of a warehouse can enjoy various benefits in terms of orders made by customer or known as customer purchasing power. As you can see, the warehouse operations nowadays have grown exponentially when it has become a very involved field, but that doesn't mean the fundamental have changed. Over putting the customer first, delivering on time is a very important element in the warehouse operation. So therefore, activity in the warehouse should be improved from time to time in accordance with the current technology to create efficient and effective warehouse operation. Thank you.